Hi, I'm Sandy Adams from Calvary Chapel, Stone Mountain, and I'd like to share with you a Christmas thought. Once a man and his buddies drove over an hour through the mountains of North Georgia to visit a famous barbecue house. It was all-you-can-eat rib night, and it didn't take long for gnawed bones and dirty napkins to pile high. Long after they should have, the men admitted they'd had enough. They paid their bill and they started to leave. But the driver couldn't find his car keys. He looked in his pockets, nothing but lint. He looked through the car window at the ignition. Nada. Suddenly it hit him. When he'd sat down to eat, he had laid his keys on his tray. Evidently the keys got covered with napkins and were still on his tray when he had emptied it into the wastebasket. This man's car keys were at the bottom of all-you-can-eat rib night. It would have been a long walk home, and neither he or his buddies wanted to hail a very expensive cab ride. There was only one thing to do: dive in. So for the next 15 minutes, the desperate searcher fished through rib bones, spit up barbecue sauce, gooey baked beans, half-eaten corn on the cobs, slushy coleslaw, pools of backwash tea, and gobs of saliva-soaked napkins, until finally he found his keys. When he pulled his arm out of the bottomless pit, it was coated with a thick layer of trash can slime. And I have just described what Jesus did on that first Christmas. Mankind was lost in a slime called sin, and Jesus dove in to pick what was lost out of the trash. I say this with all due respect, but our God is a dumpster diving God. Jesus loves sinners like you and me, and he refuses to leave us at the bottom of the can. Nobody likes to stick their hand into an ocean of scraps and slobber and spit. Along with a set of car keys, who knows what else you might find. This is why it took faith and courage for Jesus to leave a blissful heaven and dive into our dumpster. It was G.K. Chesterton who said, "Alone of all creeds, Christianity has added courage to the virtues of the Creator." God could have played it safe. The Creator didn't have to enter our madness, but enter it he did. And if you and I are really willing to go where Jesus goes, we'll do some dumpster diving ourselves. When you dive to the bottom of the can, you'll find scores and scores of people in need of God's grace and responsive to his love. Remember, the lost stuff gathers at the bottom of the can. Certainly a Christian who believes in grace and has tasted of God's amazing grace will want to give it to the people who need it most. In this holiday season and all throughout the year, let's you and I be dumpster divers, for we serve a dumpster diving God.